The vendor of copper coins. In a bustling marketplace in the old city of Cerealia, where bright fabrics waved like banners and the smell of roasted chestnuts filled the air, a boy named Leo wandered with empty pockets. Leo was 12, curious, and forever hungry. He dreamed of becoming wealthy one day, but his idea of wealth was foggy. He thought it meant having enough to eat without worry. He watched merchants hawk their wares, bakers pulling hot bread from ovens, tailors sewing gold thread into cloth, jewelers displaying silver bangles. Among them stood a small vendor with a simple stall, selling roasted chickpeas wrapped in paper cones. He was not flashy like the others, but he always had a line. Leo asked the man one day, "Master, why do people always buy from you when there are a dozen stalls selling the same thing?" The man smiled. "Because I don't spend like the others. I save, I reinvest, and I price with wisdom. My coins work harder than my hands." Intrigued, Leo returned every day. He began to notice patterns. When the vendor earned 10 copper coins, he never spent them all. He would set aside 4, live on 3, and use 3 to buy more chickpeas for the next day. Slowly, the man's stall grew larger. One evening, Leo asked, "But why not spend all your coins today? You cannot eat savings." The vendor chuckled. "Ah, but savings let me eat tomorrow and the day after. Coins breed like rabbits when treated well. If you consume them all, they vanish like smoke." Weeks turned to months. Leo saved every copper he found. Sometimes a coin dropped by a careless merchant, sometimes a tip for carrying a basket. At first, the savings were laughably small. But then he bought a bag of chickpeas, roasted them at home, and sold them on a corner. He earned more than he expected. Years later, Leo stood at his own large stall, selling not just chickpeas, but spices and dried fruits from distant lands. He became known across the city, not for flashy spending, but for wisdom with money. He often repeated the vendor's lesson. Wealth is not built by what you earn, but by what you keep and grow. A man who earns gold and spends it all is poorer than a boy who saves coppers. And thus, Leo's story traveled the market, teaching all who listened that money is a seed, not a feast.